Joseph sends the brothers, including Simeon, off in good standing with their sacks filled with food. The sacks are filled with as much food as they can hold. And once again, Joseph sends the money back with his brothers. Unlike the last time, Benjamin accompanies his brothers. And Joseph instructs for his steward to put a silver cup in Benjamin's sack. And when the morning sun had come, the men departed from Joseph's presence. What happens next appears to be a change of heart from Joseph as he waits for his brothers to get ahead before he sends his men after them. He instructs his men, when they have caught up to his brothers, to ask, "Why have you decided to repay evil for good?" This question probably does not make a lot of sense at first. But repaying evil for good was in reference to the cup in Benjamin's bag. The steward asks, "Is not this it in which my Lord drinketh, and whereby indeed he divineth? Ye have done evil in so doing." The brothers do not know what the steward means by such a statement, as they are innocent, and have no idea of the cup in Benjamin's sack. Earlier in Genesis, Rachel had stolen some items from her dad, Laban. And once Laban had caught up to them, Jacob was bewildered by the accusations. And this was a similar picture, except the brothers did not take anything. The brothers are correct that they returned the money they found, and ask how could they steal any silver or gold. Good point, as they were in the presence of Joseph and his men the entire time. The brothers are very confident in their innocence, and that none of them had taken anything. That a bold statement is made, "With whomsoever of thy servants it be found, both let him die, and we also will be my Lord's bondmen." Not only are they offering their services of labor if one has stolen, but the one that has stolen will be killed. However, the steward changes the stipulations. He will take the guilty party as his slave, and the rest will go free. Each brother lowers their sacks to reveal what each bag holds. The steward searches from the oldest to the youngest, and the cup was in Benjamin's sack. It does appear, with the way things have turned out, Joseph has performed another task on his brothers. The brothers grieve their loss of Benjamin, their perceived loss of Benjamin, by tearing their clothes, but they do not leave their brother behind. They do not leave Benjamin, and return to Canaan, so they have grown in more than 20 years since they sold Joseph into slavery, but this probably hurt Judah most due to the promises he had made Jacob. He took personal responsibility for Benjamin. All 11 of the brothers return to Egypt, to the house of the governor. And when they go into the house, they fall to the ground. This is a sign of respect and humility, but they are also desperate, and looking for mercy from the governor. Joseph responds with a question, "What deed is this that ye have done? Know ye not that such a man as I can certainly divine?" Joseph is still playing the part of an Egyptian official. Judah speaks up, and over the last few chapters, he has grown into a real leader. He asks the simple, yet complex question, "What shall we say unto my Lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves?" Rather than attempt to argue, he throws himself on Joseph's mercy. Perhaps the brothers are still thinking they are being punished for what they did to Joseph so many years ago, and this may be the guilt spoken of. Joseph responds, "God forbid that I should do so. But the man in whose hand the cup is found, he shall be my servant. And as for you, get you up in peace unto your father." Judah does not accept this, and is staying by Benjamin's side. Further, Judah responds, "O my Lord, let thy servant, I pray thee, speak a word in my Lord's ears. And let not thine anger burn against thy servant, for thou art even as Pharaoh." Judah may be softening Joseph up with descriptions like servant, my Lord, and Pharaoh, but more importantly, Judah is trying to get his brother freed. He has made a vow to Jacob to bring Benjamin home, and asks Joseph if he has a family, a dad or brother. Joseph does not want to give away his plan. But Judah really plays on his emotions, explaining that their dad is old, and that Benjamin is the only child left from his mom because the other child is dead. Judah is not lying, and as far as he knows, Joseph is dead. But Judah is not trying to mislead or lie to Joseph. For the moment, it appears to have worked as Joseph commands for Benjamin to come forward so he can lay eyes on him. Judah adds that Jacob will die if they do not return with Benjamin. Judah continues telling the story to Joseph just how it happened with Jacob when they returned home to Canaan, and when a story is repeated in Scripture, it's typically of significance. Benjamin has become the preferred son, since Joseph is seemingly no more. Jacob does tell his 9 sons, "And if ye take this also from me, and mischief befall him, ye shall bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave." Meaning if something happens to Benjamin after it has happened to Joseph. And with Simeon in prison, he will die. While all of this is a play to tug at Joseph's heart, it's true. Judah took responsibility for Benjamin. "If I bring him not unto thee, then I shall bear the blame to my father forever." He may have been a confused, envious, and jealous man many, many years ago, but he's truly become a leader. He pleads with Joseph to allow Benjamin to return with him. "I pray thee, let thy servant abide instead of the lad a bondman to my lord. And let the lad go up with his brethren." Judah does not want to think about or see what will happen to Jacob if he returns without Benjamin. The plea he makes to Joseph is not selfish, it's in fact selfless. And he's trying to save the lives of both Benjamin and Jacob.